Hey there, planetary kin. Welcome to the White World Bridger Wavespell 13 days where we explore what it is to surrender, to network, to let go, to let God, to share opportunities, to, yeah, it's like a midwifing, it's the midwifing cycle, the cycle to bridge worlds, to go from one world to another, as in birth, as in death, as in letting go of a loved one, as in entering into a marriage, as in all these doorways that we experience. And so this wave spell explores and explains, and each one of you will experience it in your own ways, and that's where it becomes really powerful when many of us explore the cycles and share our experiences with each other, because there's so a wealth of wisdom here, where when we just receive it through one person, we think that that's what it is, but it's not. Each one of us is experiencing it. So I would love to hear your experiences of each of the wave spells and how it formulated, what you learned, how it evolved through you, because that is the web we are weaving across the planet, the evolution of consciousness, which is what these cycles reveal to us. So the first day of the white magnetic wave spell was to, magnetic is a magnet attracting the consciousness. So one of the words that goes with World Bridger is death, to attract what it is to allow the surrendering of our opinions, the surrendering of concepts, the surrendering of letting go of people, the surrendering of connecting with new people, all of these different kinds of surrendering that is possible to experience. Yeah, for me there was a dropping away of the stories, a lot of the stories, and just surrendering deep inside to refocus my attention to the projects I'm doing, that ultimately I believe will help us collectively to move into a more peaceful culture that is kind of written in our bones and written in the earth, and it's all we need to do is surrender what isn't that in order to find that. At least that's the perspective of me in this moment in the World Bridger Wave Spell. So all perspectives allowed. It doesn't mean that denies any other perspective, so there's no need to prove yourself right or wrong or whatever. All perspectives are received and honoured. Yeah. So just put that out there. So on the first day, magnetic World Bridger, attracting that kind of energy to release, to let go, to surrender. The second day is called Blue Lunar Hand. For me, that was yesterday, which is the lunar tone always is the challenge to anchor that spiritual purpose into the physical body. And the hand is very busy. It's accomplishing, it's healing. And when you put it in the physical plane, it can be healing with the hands, massaging, accomplishing, weaving, doing things. And it's guided by the storm in this cycle. So that capacity to surrender gets anchored into the body through accomplishing things, through learning new things, to gaining knowledge of how to do things, to reach out to other worlds to learn from that person or that person or that person, and sharing knowledge and skills. Today's yellow electric star, and it's so beautiful. It's the activation works on the sense plane. It's the activation of tuning into the beauty and the harmony. It's guided by the yellow human, the wisdom of feeling harmonious, the wisdom of feeling the creative expression of emotion, how to reach across to other worlds, and also to reach to those that have influence, to co-create with in this world bridging networking way. Electric star, harmonic, choosing to feel harmonious today, getting activated to surrender by choosing to feel harmonious. It's up to us what we actually feel. I can see that I might turn this around as I'm sort of in the dark here, so there we go. I just love those flowers behind there. They're it's a bit better. The sun's moving, so tomorrow for me, which is Monday, will be Monday for everybody, is red self-existing moon, and then that goes from the emotional plane. So we started on the spiritual plane, went into the body. Now that energy's in the body, it begins to move. Energy in motion, emotion, activating, sparking. That was the electric star guided by the human to choose to spark through feeling harmony, feeling the wisdom and choosing harmony as a wise thing to do. I definitely need to put more light there, so there we go. But still give you the beautiful nature. Have we got the flowers? Let's get the flowers. They're so beautiful. There we go. Okay. Then it goes from the emotional plane, the activating of harmony and choosing, having the wisdom to choose to feel harmony. That's the opportunity we have on the electric star. It's the realization that we can choose what we feel. And then it goes into the mental plane, and it goes red self-existing moon, and that's on the Monday, and that goes to the mind to purify, that the mind becomes purified to instinctively allow the mind to, it's red, it's fiery. I have a friend who's a red self-existing moon, and I realize he's always on to whatever is the latest, greatest thing for the awakening, for what's the latest form of massage, or what's the latest form of psychedelic working on healing emotions, what's the latest form of this or that or the other. So it's the pure mind, it's the mind that's connected to pure consciousness beyond the overlay. And it's very instinctive, it's instinctively purifying old programming. And this is one of the beautiful things of world bridging, is as we meet new people in different worlds, we get new perspectives and new concepts that help us to purify old thought forms that have got too rigid. So it's the fluid, flowing, self-existing definition of what it is to surrender, is to have that mind continually purifying, being led instinctively to be shown the thoughts that might keep us too rigid. Yeah. So then the day after that is the white overtoned dog, which is the power of all of that now radiating from inside out as love to connect with other, but in truth it's guided by the mirror. So white overtoned dog, the compassion of truth, to share truth from the heart, where it's not projecting one's own stuff onto somebody else, but seeing other as self, and reflecting together on how to empower love, connection, how to weave in truth, in cutting away all that's not real. So overtoned dog. Here in New Zealand on that day there'll be a big march in Wellington for pro-choice with the vax that's going on. So that'll be a day of powerful heart to reflect the truth. So that'll be a wonderful day for whoever goes there. The day after that, which will be Wednesday, Blue Rhythmic Monkey, and that's my kin, that's the day that I was born. And so that day now comes into the physical plane to organize the physical reality for balance and equality in the body by tuning into the elements, the elementals. It's also to share, to organize the physical reality, to share the magic, to share the magical codes. And you can see that reflected in me. I organize my reality to share the magic, to share the magical codes, and I love to do that in nature. Yeah, beautiful. So coming into balance in the physical plane by becoming innocent, by becoming as a child. Yeah, and pushing the boundaries of anything that gets too serious. But we take our fun and our play very seriously because we have the dragon. Anyway, that's another story. The next day will be Yellow Resonant Human. So that will be Thursday, and that's the inspiration to be inspired, to choose to focus not on what has been or what is, but to choose to focus on what we are co-creating. To be inspired to connect to wisdom, people that have influence, to walk with them, to focus on the reality we want to co-create. So that's yellow resonant human. Yeah, the day after that is galactic skywalker, works on the mental plane, guided by the earth. So it's to listen and to explore what it is to share story in the right timing.